So, good evening to one and all watching this lecture. So, yes, you can see a skull in front of you. So, we are going to speak about skeleton of human, and precisely we are going to speak about the skull of human being. And right, you can see the skull of human kept in front of the camera. This is the front view. Okay, the thing which you are seeing from the front, that's the ventral view, or you can say the front view of the skull. If I will rotate it this way, so this will be a lateral view. Okay, this will be which view? This is be a lateral view. And if I will again rotate it to this way, again it will be a lateral view. And the thing, if I want to see it from this way, so this will be my dorsal view or back side view. And if I want to see it from top, so I will say it as top view. Okay, so there are many words which we say. Even we say the bottom view. You can see see this from the bottom also, like how everything is there. Okay, and then let's start speaking about the total bones present in a human skull. So basically in whole human body, okay, we have total 206 bones. Out of 206 bones, today we are just going to speak about the 22 bones. Okay, so this is a skull. Okay, the whole skull, it consists of 22 bones, which we are going to speak right now. So basically the 22 bones, okay, now the skull, okay, this is a skull. It is majorly divided into two parts. Okay, one is cranium and the second one is the facial bones. Now what is cranium? So if you can see this part, okay, this is a cap of the skull. Okay, this is a cap of the skull. You can see the interior view if you want. Even I will show you. Okay, this is the cap first. I will keep it here, and from here you can see this also. Okay, so if I will tell you, like, this is the position actually. This is like you can say that this, it's like this. So you can say that the brain is present inside this cranium. Okay, this is what? A cranium. So the brain is present inside the cranium. You can say it is encased inside the cranium. So this is a brain box. You can say brain box, cranium. So inside this you will have brain, and this is the opening of it. Okay, so the first thing, this is a cranium. So you can see the cranium. This is a box. Okay, if I will take it this way, I guess it will get fitted. Okay, so I fitted this. Okay, now so like this is the cranium. Okay, this top part is cranium, and these are the cranium bones. Okay, we are going to speak about all the bones. And the thing which is there in the face, okay, the bones which are there in the face, these all, everything, these are what? These are the facial bones. Okay, you can see that this cranium, this skull, it's so much happy. You can see that the way he is showing, or he or she, I don't know who is this, but the way he is showing, he or she is showing the teeth. So okay, so let's come to the topic. So this is the face of the cranium. He is smiling, and you can also smile by seeing it. So what, this is the facial bones. Okay, the two sub parts of a skull is, one is the cranium, you can say cranial bones, that is the bones of the cranium. This whole is the cranium, I told you, brain box, and the facial bones. Okay, speaking about the cranium, that's the cranial bones. So there are total 8 cranial bones and 14 facial bones are there. So speaking about cranium, cranium has 8 bones. Let's speak one by one. So you can see this bone, the front, in the front view you can see a bone. This is a frontal. Okay, we say frontal bone. So there is one frontal bone present. Okay, there is a one frontal bone present. Besides that, if I will show you from here, this is whole frontal, you can say this, including this whole, it's a frontal bone. Next, if you can see this and this bone, okay, these are two parietal bones, okay, it is a paired bones, okay, this is two parietal bones, they are paired bones, okay, parietal bones. So two parietal and one frontal. Besides that, if you can see here, this part, this is a temporal bone, okay, temporal bone, you have one temporal bone here and the second temporal bone here, it's right above your ear, that's a temporal bone, okay. And last bone, if you can see here, okay, this bone, if you can see, okay, it got opened up. So the last bone here, this bone is known as occipital bone, okay. What it is known as? It is known as occipital bone. I hope you saw the occipital. This is a occipital bone, okay, the bone which is exactly back of the brain is the, okay, skull is the occipital bone, this bone, this which I am showing, this whole is a occipital bone, okay. So total, okay, and so this is the occipital bone, okay, this whole is a occipital. So I will repeat once. This is frontal, we have one frontal, we have this, this and this, two parietal, okay, then you have one and two, this, okay, one second, this is one, okay, I will show you with the help of a pen. See, this is one temporal, and in the same way here also you have a temporal, okay. Beside that, this is one frontal, so one frontal, two parietal and two temporal, and this is one occipital. So total how many are there here? Till here we spoke about 6 bones. Now where is Sphenoid bone and Ethmoid? Okay, now we have more 2 bones, okay, now we have more 2 bones, okay, one is Cephenoid bone and one is Ethmoid bone, okay. I will show you where is Cephenoid bone, okay, it is present here. Can you see this part here? The bone which is present here is known as, it is exactly next to the temporal bone, that is known as Cephenoid bone, and the bone which is ethmoid, okay, ethmoid is present inside this, okay, inside the eye. I will show you that also. Let me hold it in. See, inside the innermost bone, you can say, is the ethmoid bone, okay. The innermost bone is the ethmoid bone, and the bone which is here, okay, here, this is the sphenoid. So we have one sphenoid bone and one ethmoid bone, so total we have 8 bones, okay, total we have 8 bones, okay. So I will repeat the names of the bones by showing the location. This is the frontal bone, that is 1. You have 2 parietal bones, okay, then you have this as temporal and this as a temporal bone, and then you have a occipital bone. So total we have how many bones? Total we have 8 bones. And I spoke about this this as Cephenoid bone, and even we have ethmoid inside the eye, okay. You can see these the empty spaces, okay, these empty spaces, okay, places we say at we can say, you can, why is this place? Because for the eye, for the, for eye to embed it inside this space. So this is known as what? This is known as a socket, okay, this is known as socket. These are sockets so that the eyes can embedded inside these sockets, okay. Then now I guess the cranium bones are clear. So we have total 8 cranium bones. I sum it up with you in short: frontal bone, parietal bone, temporal bone, occipital bone, sphenoid bone and ethmoid. Total we have 8 cranium bones. Besides that, let's speak about ear ossicles, okay. We have ear ossicles too. I guess people, you can see this hole, okay, this is something hole you can see here. This part I will show you with the help of pen. See this hole, okay, this is external acoustic meatus, or you can say external auditory meatus. Okay, what you can say this hole as external acoustic meatus, or you can say external auditory meatus. This opening, actually it is related to our ear, external part of the ear. Okay, and besides that, now let's speak about the ear ossicles. Basically we have three pairs of ear ossicle at one ear. Okay, in one ear we have three ossicle, and in the second ear we have three ossicle. Here also you can see this hole. Okay, you can see this hole. What is this hole known as? It is known as external acoustic meatus, or we can say external auditory meatus. Okay, now speaking about the ear ossicle, here we have three, and here we have three ossicles in the inner ear. So the name of the ear ossicles are malus, incus and stapes. Okay, I can't literally show you the ear ossicles because it's very difficult to show, but you can see the picture of it on Google, or you can see in the reference books. Okay, so there are three ear ossicles. We say it as malus, incus and stapes. So the stapes is like the smallest bone of human body. Okay, it's the smallest bone, stapes, you can remember it. So we have here in this ear we have malus, incus, stapes, and even in this ear we have malus, incus, stapes. These are known as ear ossicles. Total we have three pairs of ear ossicles. I hope this is clear. This is external acoustic meatus, or you can say external auditory meatus. I hope this is clear. Now speaking about next thing, here you can see that you have this part. Okay, this junction. Okay, actually this junction is nothing but, okay, I will tell you, this is temporal. First of all, this part, okay, this part is nothing but what? It's a temporal. Okay, this is a temporal, and here there is a temporomandibular joint. What it is? A this is, since this is a temporal bone, and this temporal bone is joining with this mandible. Okay, this is the mandible. I will speak about the mandible in detail, just saying you the location of this. So this is a temporal and this is a mandible. This whole is mandible, the movable joint, and the temporal and the mandible both meeting at this junction. So we say it as temporomandibular joint. Okay, or you can say a junction, a point where temporal, that's your temporal bone, connects with the mandibular. Mandibular is nothing but the lower jaw, which is a movable bone. Okay, so here also you have the temporomandibular joint or connection. Okay, so let's come to this part. So you can see the teeth. Okay, you know what is teeth. So now this is a movable bone. Okay, first of all, these all bones, okay, they were interconnected. Like, you know, they are like this. Means what? They are actually, you can't move them. Okay, the bones which I spoke about in the cranium, even all the facial bones, they are jointed very thoroughly. Okay, it is jointed thing. Even you can see this thing here. Okay, they are literally jointed with each other like this. So you can see the linings. Okay, so there is a good connection here. Okay, so they are fixed joints. Okay, fixed joints. So we say it as immovable joint. They are not going to move. Okay, to be very clear that they are not going to move. Okay, so now let's speak about the mandible. So you can see this here. This is the movable joint, and yes, it is the largest bone in the face. Okay, in the largest bone in the face. This is a movable joint. We say it as a lower jaw, and this is the upper jaw. This is lower jaw, and we say it as a movable joint. Okay, it is used for mastication. You can see that how I am showing you. This is the position when we do it during mastication. So this is helping you for mastication. It is the largest bone in face. So we say largest bone in facial bones type. Okay, so this is mandible. Okay, and we have how many mandible? Obviously we have only one mandible. Okay, see, it's literally moving. You can see this when you eat. This is a laterally, you can see how it works, and here also you can see it. Okay, like this you people eat. Okay,